Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. It is Monday. When you hop on, say hi. Let me know you're here. If you are catching this on replay, sorry, I'm just moving some stuff around. Hashtag replay for me in the comments so I know you were here and I can say hi. Happy Monday, everyone. And if you are watching this live, if you wouldn't mind saying hello, letting me know you're here, that would be awesome. Hi, Veronica. Welcome. You are the first one I see on. Thank you for hopping on today. Sorry, guys, my throat's a little dry. Hi, Dana. How are you today? Welcome, welcome, you guys. I'm going to open this up. Hey, Sherry. How are you today? It's been a few days since I've been on, so thank you guys for hopping on. You are in Minnesota, Dana. Welcome. I live in Western Colorado. My name is Darlia Sawyer, and I am owner of Darshay Designs. Thank you so much for sprinkling. You know what? I already had the other end open. It's been a while since I've looked. This is just cardstock, like not white, but like the ivory color. You're in Tennessee, Sherry. Thank you for hopping on. If you guys wouldn't mind sprinkling this video out, I would so appreciate it. It helps me out a ton. And then you can just sprinkle it to friends or groups that allow that, where you think people might enjoy it. Otherwise, I hope you will comment, smash some hearts, or a thumbs up, because all of those things help get the video out. So, I had mentioned last week or the week before that we were going to be doing junk journal like theme this week. So that is what we're going to focus on. A few different aspects of it. Hi, Connie. Welcome. So what we're going to do first is we are going to take the cardstock. It's just, normal cardstock. I don't know where the little thing went to it, but I can show you this one. This is what I made my first junk journal out of, was the paper colored cardstock, and the normal price of it is $5.99, but these do go on sale. So because it's a paper, I think it's Papercraft Paper Studio product, so these will go on sale, so you can look for that. Hi, Julie. And as you can see, I still have a lot left over from making my first junk journal, so this will be the second one I'm making it. So I wanted to start out this week with showing you guys how to make one. We might make some other different types in here too this week. We'll see how it goes, how often I can be on. Thank you guys for welcoming each other. And so if you're aware, or if you're not aware, once our viewer count gets up to 10, I will add a name to our Blessings Bloom surprise package drawing. It will go into this little blue jar. I haven't done many names yet. We will have more going in there. But around the first part of each month, I will draw a name out of there, and that person will win a surprise package. So some happy mail. So all we're doing right now is just folding our cardstock in half. And then I'm just kind of using this little, it's actually a sewing tool to help get the corners out, but it works well for, for doing this. Hi, Mary. Hi, Renee. So yeah, we did make it up to 10 viewers. So one name will be going into the jar. And for every 10 after that, I add another name. So I have 2 done so far. You have to figure out how many pages you want your junk journal to be, and there is no right or wrong amount of pages. So, hi Becky. So right now, you know, this would be our front cover. We would have an inside cover, and then if you started with this as page 1, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, if you counted that as your back cover and your back inside cover, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4 actual pages. So let's see what I made my first one. And this is the first one I've made. And if you guys have been on here for a while, you will have seen me work on this. We've done some pages together. And this was made out of the brown cardstock, you know, like the paper bag looking cardstock. But it doesn't matter. So this was our first, you know, cover, inside cover. This is actually be our first page. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, they're sticking together, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and then we have our back inside cover and our back. So this one's fairly big. I think I will make this one a little bit smaller because it's taken me a while to get anything done on that. Hi Joyce, how are you tonight? This afternoon, wherever you are. In Western Colorado, it is 4:30, so we are heading into late afternoon, early evening. I do have the granddaughters today, and right now they're asleep, so we'll see how long that lasts. So yes, we're just taking our cardstock, folding it in half, and creasing it. You could do this with any kind of, I mean, you don't need it to be super sharp. That does have a little bit of an edge on it. It's just rounded and smooth. But just whatever you can find to crease that paper really well. Yeah, you're going to decorate each page. I just haven't got all of these done, like I said. Still got quite a few in here to do. That's why I'm thinking we'll make this one a little smaller. Hi, Beverly. Because, of course, when you always make something, you're like, you know, that won't take me that long to do. And then you get into it, and it does take a bit of time. Unless, of course, if you were working on it all the time, then you can get them done fairly quickly. But they do have white, like this cream color, the paper brown looking cardstock in these packages, and that is probably the cheapest way to get it. So you can either get 40 or 50% off of the $5.99. And like I said, you can make a few junk journals out of one package. Hi Nelda, how are you? So junk journals are a pretty easy and inexpensive crafting project, because you're still going to be crafting different pages, doing different things in your junk journal, but yet, you know, it's not individual separate projects. And so you can keep it more enclosed and still like experiment on things. Hey Tamara, how are you tonight? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then it would give us our, you know, front and back cover. I think that's a good size because like I said, the first one was 30 some pages. So we're going to try a bit smaller one. The paper size, I believe, is 8 by 10 or 8 by 11. 8.5 by 11. Here, let me hold this closer. It's Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby, but I'm sure, you know, Joann's and Michael's or Walmart all have it. But I think if you can get it on sale, it's probably a really good deal at Hobby Lobby. So I have these 2 colors so far that I can make them out of. Oh no, super hot there. We've actually been a little bit cooler the last couple days. We've had a lot of wind, but it is supposed to be back up into the 90s tomorrow. Oh, then we're going to need another, at least one more piece of the cardstock. And this is where, if you guys have one of these cutting, it's going to help, but you can definitely use a ruler, pencil, cut it out with scissors. You don't have to have this. Just a little bit faster. And you're going to want to make 2-inch strips. So I'm putting that on the 2, trying to get this even. It looks like it is. And you're doing that lengthways, not widthwise. So there's your 2-inch strip. And we're doing the next one. And you can get these fairly inexpensive too, especially if you get them on sale. But they are definitely handy for cutting straight lines and going a little faster. Hi, Julie Bankowski, is that how you say it? Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. If you guys wouldn't mind sprinkling out the video, I would so appreciate it. Sorry I haven't been on for a few days, you guys. My mom has been dealing with some health issues. Kids have been going through some things, so that is why I haven't been on. Like I've said before, had every intention. So let's see. We are going to need one of these for every time we put together one of our folded, we'll call them cards, you know. So that's kind of how you know how many you're going to need. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to fold it in half. That's a lot of folding here. Getting that as close to half as you can. You know, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. You're just trying to get it close. And then I'm using this again to crease that. And then of course we're going to want it the same length as this. So we're going to mark it where we want to cut off the end of our strip at. And if you guys have, well, I'm sorry, Connie. I hope they can figure something out to help you. That's not fun. So we're going to cut that off. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, need a scoreboard, probably yes. Let me know in the comments, because if I don't see it while I'm live, I will definitely go back and answer it later. All right, so hopefully that will be the same size. I think it is. And then we're going to cut our little strip here at an angle down. probably would be, they don't give you any measurements when I went off of it as how far to do it. I don't think it's super important. You can always fold this over if you want to make sure they're going to be the same and cut it that way. Hopefully I did that the right way. I probably didn't. No, I think I needed to go the other way. Bad idea, guys. Although, I'm not sure. Let me look at it. No, that actually is right. I'm second guessing myself. Yes, Connie, definitely will. We will be praying for you, everybody. If you can keep her in your prayers, that would be awesome. How's everybody else doing? Okay, and then using this tacky glue, hi Agatha, is how we're going to adhere this to the card, our strip to the card. I moved my trash can, you guys. I keep trying to put it down there, but there's nothing there. So this is our card. We want to make sure it's opening like that, and then we're going to glue the first side of our strip to this side of this card, like that. It's good to see you guys all here tonight. Thank you. I wonder if I've even opened to this. I haven't even cut off the end of this one yet. And I believe they have tacky glue at Dollar Tree if you want to get a smaller bottle and not buy this big a one till you see, you know, if you don't already have it and you're trying to see if this is something you want to do. But just to get started with, you might just buy a smaller one. And then we're going to line up the fold of our strip with the fold of our card. And this is like creating your hinge for your junk journal. So we're just going to hold that down a little bit, and it's going to move on you a little for a minute till it gets settled down there. And I might have got a little carried away with my glue, but I can wipe that off. Yeah, my mom has diabetes, and she was having a really hard time with her blood sugar levels. So that was going on this last week. And then some other family things. But hi Nancy, thank you for being here tonight, this afternoon. Welcome. Oh, and for those of you guys in the craft club, I did finally get all the napkins in, and I have started packaging them up. So I hope to have them mailed to you guys either tomorrow or the next day. So I've been working on that too. It is a challenge, Mary, for sure. Every little thing affects it. First, she lost her puppy, and that's what kind of sent it into a tailspin. And so, with all these things going on, I have not been getting much sleep. And then I still have the granddaughters, and, you know, life is still going on. So, that is why I was not on this weekend or the last part of last week. So I plan on being live as much as I can this week because we're going to focus on junk journals all week. And we might make a couple, 2 or 3 different kinds, but we're also going to make some pages. Yeah, duh. Life does happen. You think, you know, and it always seems like, doesn't it, when I'm going to dry this with a heat tool a little bit, when one thing starts, you know, other things start, even though they're completely unrelated. It's always that like snowball effect or something. Hi Ken, thanks for being here. And also give you guys some different ideas of what to do with your covers. We'll talk about if you would want to do a theme junk journal, or you know, what you would kind of want to make it for. So I'm going to show you guys up closer, but of course we want to let this dry well. A lot of times I'll let that side completely dry before I go on and then attach this side of your hinge to this other card, which is going to open this way. Thank you, Deborah. She seems to be doing better. Yeah. So hopefully it's back on track. And then that's going to look like that once you get it all glued down. So this is what the inside will look like. Ah, I can hold it up there for you guys. It will look like that. When this side's glued down, it'll be like this side. So again, we have, let's see, our book would go like this. This is our front cover, inside of our front cover, and then our first page, our second page, and then our second page is going to glue with this hinge onto our third page. Thank you, Connie. Yeah, we all definitely need prayer. That is for sure. This world is crazy, right? I don't know. I think that one's down pretty good. And then I think I've talked to you guys before, whenever I do a page in my junk journal, or if I'm making a new junk journal, I'm always going to try to set something heavy on it. And that just kind of, you know, helps maintain it being as flat as possible. Like, obviously, when you start putting stuff in it, it's not going to be totally flat. But if you kind of keep something on it to weight it down, it will help. And you know, like when you add things that stick up quite a ways, obviously that is going to mess it up. So if you guys weren't on at the beginning, this is the first one I made, and we're working on the second one. We're making this one smaller than this because we decided this one counted pages. That's over 30. So and I still have quite a few pages in here, you know, to work on too. So anyway, that just helps keep your junk journal fairly closed. And you can also put a little latch on it, which I might do with this one too, and that will help keep it closed. So for cover ideas, we can do fabric like I did with this one. We can also do paper, of course, napkins, scrapbooking paper. I like how the fabric wrapped around and then I tucked it in, and it just made like that binding. You guys can see it through there. It looks like a real book. And then how I folded the fabric over and glued it in the back. That's with just the fabric. And then in the front of the book, I took paper and put over that fabric to make it look more finished. So yeah, those are some of the things we'll be working on this week. But first I thought, you know, we would work with assembling one. So that's what we're doing right now. And if you guys missed the first part of how we were doing this, just go back and watch that little part on replay. The clear gel tacky glue looks really good for this. It's the Aleene's brand is what I've been using. And like I said, I think they have smaller bottles at Dollar Tree. If you just want to try it out, you're not sure you want to get a big old bottle. And like I said, I think we'll make a couple of different kinds or sizes of junk journals this week too. Make it out of something else. I want to do these theme weeks with you guys because I feel like, especially for something like this, we can get a little more in depth on it, you know, than just me being on here for 45 minutes and you guys, you know, that's all you get for a couple of weeks. I think it will help us be able to get a little further with it. I know, Mary. It's like when you first start, it's like you need to do it a few times to really get how it goes together. So then again, you take these 2-inch strips that we cut out of the same cardstock, and we're cutting it out lengthwise with our cutter, and you fold that in half. And these are our hinges to attach our cards together to make our book. If you guys have cardstock, even if it's different colors, obviously you could still use it to make a junk journal, because a lot of times you're covering the pages anyway, and a lot of those pages in there I painted. So I don't think it so much matters what color your pages are. You can be as picky about it or just go with it as you want. So then we're just marking how long this needs to be, the hinge needs to be for our junk journal, and then we're going to go back and cut that. Okay, and then we're also going to cut our strip just like we did with that, or our hinge, and you're going to take the folded side, you know, open it up so that your folded side's here, and then you're going to cut downwards from the fold at an angle. And like I said, you could measure this if you wanted to, like so far down on this side, if you really wanted to be precise on all of your hinges and make sure they're gonna look the same. So like this one, I would go right to about here. Which that is roughly, let's see how far down I'm going, right about a ½ inch. So you could go down a ½ inch. I'm like, where did my marks go? Oh, they're on the inside. That's funny, you guys. So yeah, just go from the very corner down ½ inch on the open side with your scissors. All right. And I would suggest you guys probably start with less pages. I think I was a little overly ambitious with the first one because, like I said, it's 30-some pages, and that is going to take a while to fill. So it probably would have been a little more attainable to start, you know, with less pages for my first one, get it done, and then go on to the next one. So I'm just kind of going in zigzags or however up and down our hinge or strip, and then the folded side is going against the folded side of your card, and it opens like that. You're going to line up your edges. You want to keep these all as close to the edge as possible because that's creating the binding of your junk journal or book. And then you're just wanting to push that down and hold it in place. So does this seem something doable? It's, like I said, this is pretty easy. So don't, I feel like all of you guys can do this without a problem. And I'm going to try to walk you through all of the beginning stages of this so that hopefully you won't feel intimidated by it. And then we're just wanting to really make sure that glue adheres and that's going to stick, because we want our pages to stay together. So now we've already got, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages added to our book, and then we're going to add 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we only have 2 more to add to get our 16 pages in. And it would depend a lot also on what you want to use your junk journal for, as to how many pages you would have on it. Now, I was kind of wanting to make one for my daughters and granddaughters, and probably those I need to keep, you know, smaller. And then if I do one for myself for like a special theme, like if I did a prayer journal or a junk journal, I mean, they are junk journals, but a travel journal or like a memory journal or special events, you know, all of those type of things. And so much more you can make them for. You can keep photos in them, obviously, too. And just keep smoothing that out. So, I think that's down pretty good. Let's go ahead and do our next one. Let's go ahead and fold it first. Try to keep my steps the same. All right. You could also, if you're crafting and thinking about selling things, you could make junk journals to sell and people just fill it in themselves. I've thought about trying to make some up. So if anybody wanted to get one, they could. I mean, you could add all the different things to it, but then they just add all the special little stuff themselves, or either way. Hi, Melissa. How are you tonight? Thank you guys for being on. Now we're going to cut that down so it will, the hinge down so it will fit. And then we went down 1/2 inch on the open side to make our little cuts down on our hinge. So going to measure that out. And then you're just going from the folded side to your mark that's 1/2 inch down on the other side. So as you can see, once you get going on this, it's going to go fairly quickly. Once you get the rhythm down and you get your book together. And then, like I said, you're going to want to put something fairly heavy on top of it to let it dry. Hi, Patricia. How are you tonight? Thank you guys for being here. If you guys wouldn't mind spreading the craftiness or sprinkling this out, if you think anyone would be interested, I would appreciate it. Be commenting, because that's how you can get your name into the drawing. Once the video is over, I go back through at some point. It may not be that night or even that week, but I can go back and see how many viewers were on each video, and then I can go back in there and pick the names for the drawing, and I base that on, I'm just scrolling and looking the other way, and where I stop is whose name goes in the drawing. So the more comments you're getting into the comments, obviously, the more chances you have of getting your name into the drawing. Hi, Jesse. And your name can get into the drawing more than once a month. It's, you know, if I land on your name 5 times, you know, in 1 month, I'm going to put it in there. It doesn't matter. And then, of course, you have a greater chance of winning the drawing each month. So you want the back to be even, because obviously you want your front pages to be even. So that's why it's so crucial that you're trying to keep that down there and even as much as possible. So I'm just kind of trying to make sure that we've got it even there, and I think it's pretty close. And once I get it all together, I might work on it a tiny bit more. That glue, even though it sets up fairly quickly, it will still move a little bit for a while. So, all right, our edges here are pretty even, and you could always go back and trim it too if you wanted to. Darlene, this one, I don't work on it that often. I don't even remember. I started it with you guys. Well, I had already put it together with the fabric, but then I started doing the pages with you guys, and that's pretty much the only time I've worked on it. I haven't worked on it outside of that. Oh, how funny, fun. You know, feeding the fur baby. Yeah, they definitely don't want to wait. They are ready to eat when you get home, for sure. And we're going to attach our next card. Always, all our folded edges are going together, whether it's our card that we folded in half out of our cardstock, or our hinge or strip, however you want to say it. All folded edges are always going to be going together. We only have one more to go on this book. Because like I said, I'm making about half of the size of the other one. I feel like 16 pages is still a decent size. Yeah, they always get their needs met before ours, right? And they're gonna let us know if it isn't happening fast enough for them. Our two are definitely that way. And we're just taking that 2-inch strip, folding it in half to make our next hinge. And then we are measuring it to the right size for our book. I have something to show you guys too when I get done here. And if you came on late and you are in the napkin club, I wanted to let you know I did finally get all of those napkins. I think the last order came in, it was either Saturday or Sunday. And so I am getting that packaged up. Actually, I think it was Sunday. And I will be shipping those out to you. Hopefully either tomorrow or the next day at the latest. That is my goal. So then we're taking the open end of the strip or hinge, And we're measuring down 1/4 or 1/2 an inch. What did I do with the pencil? I'm sure it's right in front of me. I just can't see it at the moment. And again, on the same on the other end. And we are through with that now for a bit. And then we're cutting from the folded edge down to the open edge, ending at that 1/2 inch mark that we made. And then we're going to glue this one on. And again, we're always attaching our hinge. The folded edge of our hinge is going to be the folded edge of the card or cardstock that we have there. Getting those edges as even as possible. And if you're gonna have it be off a little bit, I would rather have it off on the other side where you could trim than, I guess, well, either side. All right. So did you guys have a good weekend? What did you guys all do? Everybody is doing okay. And we're attaching our last cardstock that we folded in half. And those are 8.5 by 11 to start out with. And then I'm just gonna take the glue and kind of wipe it down the end there. So we want to make sure the top and bottom is even as possible. And then our ends are also. And always go back and smooth those down. And then once you get it all together, lay a heavy book or something on top of it while it dries. So this is our binding side. Oh, that's fun. You had time with family. And so this will probably be our front cover, obviously. And then we're just gonna work through all those pages one by one. So there you go, guys. That's the first junk journal I was gonna show you guys on how to put together, because I feel it's pretty easy, and that's the first one that I did here, like I said. This one has twice as many pages. But once these start getting filled, this is definitely going to go up to in depth. So that's the beginning stages. So what do you guys think? Do you like this idea? Do you think that's pretty easy to do? You know, the hardest part of this is just trying to keep that all even as possible. But again, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Okay, so I did get some Happy Mail, and I will be making this soon for you guys. I got these 2 wood kits. If you guys are in the Craft Around the Clock group, you might already know Lisa from Heart's Desire. You might be watching her, but she has these cute little kits that look pretty farmhousey, and this is how she packaged them. So I'm giving you guys a peek. I haven't even opened it. Hi, Grace. So the first one is a flag. So obviously we want to get that one made fairly soon before the 4th of July. So that's super cute. It's made to look like you have the spindles. So there's one. And then there's a Christmas tree one. And I thought if you guys are interested, I might put like a, not like a paint party, but sort of like a paint party where you guys can order this. We could do it all together. I could order it for you guys, ship it out, but it's really cute. Again, it has all the little spindles, a little bow. So these are really fun. They're a good size. I think they're about 8.5 by 11. And I don't know. The flag, the Christmas tree. What do you guys, I know you can't really see it. What do you guys like the best? You can kind of imagine. So that, yeah, these little wood cutout kits are super cute. But we're going to have fun with those for sure. So that was my Happy Meal. That was exciting. Mary, it's Lisa with Heart's Desire. So if you guys are interested, you can hop on over there and check those out. And she is in the Craft Around the Clock group if you guys are in there. Okay, you guys, there is our junk journal today. We did get it put together. I think so too, Agatha. So many fun things we could do with them, right? To make them different. So we'll be working either on making a different kind of junk journal tomorrow, or we'll start doing a cover for this one. Not sure yet. But this is going to be junk journal week. Things that are coming up. I know I will be live. Well, possibly live Thursday morning. I've got to, I didn't think I was going to have my granddaughters on Thursday, but I am, so I've got to figure that out. So I know I will be, I'm probably saying it's probably going to be afternoons again this week, except maybe that day, which is Thursday, and then Friday, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Connie. Thank you guys for all hopping on tonight. I appreciate it. I hope you liked this. I know I've been saying I was going to show you guys for a long time, so that's why I decided let's do junk journal week, and I will finally show you guys how to put one together, and hopefully I'll be showing you more than just one this week. So all right, guys, take care. Have a great night, and I will see you all soon. Hope you are all doing well. And also, if you guys have any ideas on things you want to see, be sure and let me know that too. That helps me out. What do you guys like to watch or see or want to learn the most? And I will try to work some of that in too. All right. Take care, you guys. Have a great night. As I trip over my stuff.